Hello everyone. Today's quick share is on story mapping. So story mapping helps students use story grammar or the basic structure of a story from comprehending and composing stories. Now this is the definition from our textbook, and then from another scholarly source, they stated that story mapping is a strategy and a tool that utilizes a graphic organizer to support learners to recognize the story components such as main characters, setting and time, and solution. Um, the story mapping strategy definitely provides a great visual display in order for English language learners to see the story elements that will assist them in remembering parts of the story in order to comprehend better the story, and they will also be able to retell the story that they listen to and read. Now, a sample story map, there's a 4-part sequence. So in our textbook, they use this example, someone wants, but so. And on the next slide, you'll be able to see exactly what I mean. So, for example, let's say we have the story, The Three Little Pigs. We are all familiar with this story. So as you can see, there are two different ways that the story can be mapped. Maybe not only two, but like all stories have a variety of ways that they can be mapped. But for this example, someone, the wolf, he wants, what does he want? To eat the pigs, but what happens? The pigs boil the wolf in the water, so the pigs live happily ever after. There's also another way of mapping this story, which is someone, the pigs. What do they want? They want a strong house to be able to be safe from the wolf, but the wolf blows all but one of the houses down. So then the pigs boil him in water and live happily ever after. This is based off of our textbook example, the second grade English learner's map of the Three Little Pigs. So the story maps offer visual representation of the part of the story that helps students navigate their way through the story from the beginning to the end of the text. The diagram also helps students in acquiring a story sense that will assist them in comprehending the story through the map's organized representation of the structure of narrative text. Now, clearly reading with the story map supports students in organizing their ideas around the elements of the text, which in the long run helps them comprehend stories at deeper levels. There are multiple benefits to using story maps. First, it's a great visual aid that helps demonstrate and concentrate on the important information that allows the student to maintain more knowledge so he or she can improve his or her reading comprehension. It's a great starting point for them to write and jot their ideas down and their thoughts. It's a great graphic organizer that could help English language learners to organize and combine the information with their prior knowledge. This also helps improve their thinking process, and it increases the ability to focus on the essential element of the text while recalling the connection between the events and the story. It's a great scaffold for students to explore, interact with the stories, and improve and develop their reading comprehension. Story maps can also enhance reading comprehension by helping students to store and retrieve information and identify relationships among concepts and events and organize any specific details about the text. And it could also be utilized after reading the text. So it's actually reading whether it is better to do it while reading or after reading. And it's actually better to do it after the reading as a way to guide the reader to remember specific information and review the given information from the text. So here are 3 English language proficiency standards that I believe that aligned to story mapping. The first one is using graphic organizers to relate their vocabulary and other pre-reading activities to enhance the comprehension of written text, like I previously mentioned. Also, this is a great way to retell and summarize material and responding to questions as well, and that way they are also taking notes about the text. It also helps with expanding their reading skills and their comprehension and basic reading skills, such as showing that they understand the supporting ideas and details of the text while using graphic sources to summarize and distinguish the main ideas from the text. Now, as a summary, story mapping is a great aid for English language learners to use in order for them to comprehend the text and organize their thoughts in a way that they can easily refer back to. It's a great way to find the main idea of the story in narrative text. It can also improve the classroom climate. You can work together, you can do like group story mapping, and students can share their different perspectives of the example that I gave above. And it can also help activate students' prior knowledge of narrative text and create visuals about the story in their mind. So my references, I use, of course, our textbook, and then 2 other scholarly sources: The Effectiveness of Using Group Story Mapping Strategy to Improve Reading Comprehension, and then also Utilizing Story Mapping Strategies to Improve Students' Comprehension and Finding Main Ideas. So I hope you learned a lot from my quick share today, and I look forward to learning from y'all's.